Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Angel of Death 20, aka All with Sonic, in a Gym Light Armor in Optimus Prime colors. Good color scheme. He's using the beam spray gun, which actually works pretty well. The Light Armor's own beam rifle, the stripped down beam rifle, works. It's my favorite of the three weapons, but again, there's very few weapons that are completely unusable in Battle Operation 2, and I do appreciate that. The beam spray gun trades a little bit of power for a faster rate of fire and generating much less heat, so it's harder to overheat than the Light Armor's beam rifle. But it's doing fairly light damage here, about, 400 a hit? Yeah, to things with with disadvantage. The overall difference between the damage done with disadvantage and advantage is really kind of interesting, because, yeah, he's doing about 400 a hit with disadvantage and then 800 with advantage. If I were a Zaku cannon, I might not have drawn the enemy raid's attention to myself, but what can you do? I definitely would have been firing my stunning weapons rather than a machine gun in that situation. But as it is, doing fairly well so far. 800 points to 100 points, not a bad start. Got a shot in on that Zaku. A couple of people are almost dead. There is a Gem Camouflage, and got the shield, knocked it down, and will he be able to get the kill? Yes. Okay, and that's probably an S-type Zaku, since it is used a dodge roll there. It has a dodge roll and maneuver armor. I keep forgetting it has maneuver armor because either I never knew previously or I had forgotten. But it does have that, and I need to use that again sometime. But, see, did not manage to get the pilot before they got in their mobile suit, but okay, and they spawned in en masse, so yeah, backing off, excellent idea. The Gym Cannon and Sonic are sitting here up on the ledge taking pot shots while they attack the rest of the allied team, which is, not a bad position to be in, but because it would only be 3-2 if he were to rush in and try and save number 2, and now it would be like 4 or 5-1. So yeah, that's sometimes as bad as it is to say, sometimes going to try and rescue an ally if you're not going to be coordinating with your team and going en masse is not a great idea. But which is often why when you send a help tell, you will get no response. But as it is, unfortunately, Sonic ran out of legs and got picked off. But that's kind of a thing with the Gym Light Armor. It does have light armor. Its legs are relatively easy to damage, and it doesn't have a lot of hit points. So let's see. Number 1 has spawned in to order support fire. I think Sonic was probably waiting to see if they spawned in normally so the two of them could head out together. Because, again, coordination is not a bad thing. But they've got a decent lead, 2550 to 1700. Pardon me, I was talking so fast I actually had to stop and take a breath. But a breath that may have sounded like a yawn to your untrained ears, but was, in fact, a yawn. But let's see, pulling back to protect his legs, because it's kind of hard to return fire with somebody up on the overpass there. But hopefully, see, again, it's all just finding an opportunity, which is not always easy. See, enemy are pretty well encamped there, but there are a couple of weak ones, and one of them's headed this way, so he can probably get a chance to pick them off. Okay. See, the way one of them is moving, is that an Armored Gym or a Gym Command? I'm not sure, but at 250 points, there could be an Armored Gym here, which I think that's the lowest price that skatey mobile suits come in at, because hover-type movement, I'm still not great with it. The only thing that I'm really good using it with is the Mudrock, because it's a little bit easier sometimes to deal with that at range when you're not trying to fight up close. The enemies have planted a bomb at the Allied base, which, if it were to go off right now, would still not get them within 1,000 points of Sonic's team, or if so, just barely. So it's really not anything that they need to worry about. it is frequently better to just keep coordinated and go after the other enemies while you know they are down a person while someone is defending that bomb than it is to go chase after the person who set the bomb. At least if you have a decent lead, that's the best plan. If it's a close match, you may want to consider otherwise, because it is close matches. It can go either way depending on how coordinated you are or not. So you have to make some tough calls as to whether or not you're going to go after that bomb. But in a situation like this, not worth going after the bomb. Bomb's going to go off. If they'd saved it for a little bit later, they would have gotten more points out of it if they'd saved another 20 seconds or so. But, okay, yeah, that is an armored gym. But, yeah, as you can see, and good idea to just push past, because trying to turn would probably have gotten him in the sights of one or both of those mobile suits he was heading between. Good grenade kill on the Gemkamov. But, yeah, as you can see, the bomb went off, and there is still a 2,000 point disparity between the two teams. So the bomb did not really amount to as much as they could have gained by sticking together and coordinating and just finding a good hole in Sonic's team's defenses. If they just waited for one person to get some distance from the team, or honestly, if they had coordinated fire on Sonic, because as a raid, he's the best target for a bunch of generals to go after, they might have been able to open things up. But it's when you can't coordinate with your team except through tells, that is a difficult thing to do. So, and to be honest, at least personally, it's hard to think about these things as you're playing, especially as you react to things that the enemy team and your team are doing in the moment. It is really kind of hard to think about greater strategy, and getting a hold of the best target is not even possible. You just have to get a hold of a target, and when you're in that kind of mode, it is really difficult to make up headway. But let's see, yeah, good job getting away there, because I'm relatively low on health, and of course low on legs, which means one of the most important things a raid can do is boost to cancel out of their melee animation, which he cannot do without falling over. And now his legs are totally shot, so he can't do any kind of fancy maneuvering. So that is a problem. And moving very slowly here, but only about 15 seconds left, so now it's just a matter of staying alive, hopefully, until the round ends, and that looks like it is going to happen, or not, oops, but did a good job of staying safe for basically as long as he could, and there was plenty enough of a point gap that one death is not going to mean much, so yeah, so that was a good round, and that is a nice color scheme on the gym there. And yeah, let's see. 2,000 points in a 250 round. That is pretty good. I'm impressed that Zaku there managed to do 70,000 damage. 48,000 from Sonic, 7 kills and 2 deaths. Really nice. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. So till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I need to get back to doing Transformers-themed color schemes here. I really liked the Hot Rod-themed Easy 8 I did during the last round of ranked matches, but there's got to be other things I can do with some of these. I'll have to think about it.